I never thought a mild heart attack could turn my whole world upside down. I remember waking up that morning, feeling a little weak, a little dizzy, but hopeful that I'd see my children soon. My son had promised to check on me while I stayed in the hospital for a few days. I thought I'd return to my quiet home, the house I had lived in for over 40 years, filled with memories of my husband and the life we built together. But what I found instead left me trembling in ways my heart had never imagined. When I arrived, I parked my old sedan in the driveway, expecting the familiar creak of the gate and the smell of freshly mowed grass. Instead, there were strange cars in the driveway. I hesitated at the front door, feeling an uneasy flutter in my chest. Through the glass, I could see boxes stacked near the hallway and furniture that wasn't mine. And then a man in a suit came to the door, flashing a business card and smiling as if he knew me. "Welcome," he said. "This is your new residence." I laughed at first, thinking it was some cruel joke. But the laughter quickly left me, replaced by a sinking feeling of dread. Something was wrong. Something very wrong. My son. It had to be him. The one I had trusted above all others. My heart sank, and a cold wave of fear mixed with disbelief washed over me. How could he do this to me? My son, the boy I had raised with love, who I had stayed up nights for when he was sick, who I had sacrificed my own dreams for. How could he sell my house while I was lying helpless in a hospital bed? I went back to the hospital room for a moment, desperate to think clearly. The memory of my husband flashed in my mind, his gentle hands, his laughter, his whispered promises of a peaceful life for me. And then I remembered something he had told me, years ago, just before he died. "Everything I have is yours, love. No one can take it from you." But here I was, and someone had. It was my daughter-in-law who first tried to explain, in what I can only describe as a rehearsed, nervous tone. "Mom, we thought this would be best for you," she said, her eyes darting away. "Your son. He thought you might like to stay with him, you know, for support." I felt the walls of my world collapse inward. Support? Was that what they called betrayal these days? I wanted to scream, but my voice caught in my throat. Instead, I walked slowly through the house, touching the walls, the familiar floors, the windows where sunlight used to fall just so in the morning. It wasn't mine anymore. I knew then I had to uncover the truth. Sitting at the kitchen table, I opened drawers and cabinets, searching for any clue, any paper that might tell me what had happened. And there it was, a document, hidden in a folder I had never noticed before. My signature, forged. The papers transferring ownership of my home to my son's name. I felt sick. My son had done this. The betrayal was not just legal, it was personal, deep in the fabric of our family. I remembered the countless nights I had stayed awake, sewing his school uniforms, packing his lunches, worrying if he had enough to eat. All of it, used against me. But I am a woman who has lived long enough to know that anger, while natural, must be paired with clarity. I called a lawyer, quietly, methodically, making sure to gather every bit of evidence. Then I confronted my son. His face paled when he saw me, a mix of guilt and fear flickering in his eyes. "Why?" I asked, my voice soft but unshakable. "Why would you do this to me? I raised you. I trusted you." He avoided my gaze. "Mom, I needed the money. I thought it would help. It was temporary." "I didn't mean," I shook my head. "You never meant it, and yet you did it." That is the power of betrayal. You don't have to mean it to hurt someone completely. As the days passed, the truth slowly unfolded. My son had been under pressure from debts and gambling, yes, but he also knew something I had hidden. a secret will from my late husband. Years ago, my husband had prepared a hidden will that secured the house entirely in my name, in case anything ever happened to him. My son had known, but he chose to act anyway, thinking he could bypass destiny, thinking he could trick karma. The twist left me both heartbroken and strangely empowered. My husband, even in death, had protected me. And karma, as I had always believed, was quietly working its way back into balance. The confrontation was difficult. Tears were shed, words were exchanged, and confessions spilled out. My son, finally facing the weight of what he had done, began to understand that betrayal leaves marks deeper than any legal paper can show. I did not shout. I did not scream. I spoke slowly, letting every word sink in. "You took from me," I said, "but you cannot take my spirit, my memories, the life I lived with your father. You cannot erase my dignity. You must learn that actions have consequences, and that love, even when betrayed, is stronger than greed." In the following weeks, I regained control of my home. The legal battle was long but fair, and ultimately, justice quiet, inevitable justice prevailed. But more than that, my son began to see what he had lost. Not the house, but the trust of the mother who had given him everything. I spent many evenings reflecting on the experience, sitting in my living room, the familiar sunlight falling just as it had decades ago. My heart still ached for the betrayal, for the shock, for the tears I had cried alone. But I also felt a renewed strength. Life had tested me, and I had endured. I had faced the cruelty of someone I loved, and came through with my dignity intact. If there is one lesson I want you to hear, my dear ones, it is this: blood may betray you, but dignity and truth never do. Stand up for yourself, even at your weakest. Protect your heart, but never lose faith in life's ability to restore balance. Karma is real, and destiny, patient as it is, will often reveal truths we cannot yet see. I learned that love is complex. It can be twisted by fear, greed, or desperation, but it also has the power to heal. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or excusing the wrongs done to us. It means freeing your heart from the heavy chains of anger and hurt. I chose to forgive, not because it was easy, but because I had no other choice if I wanted peace. And so, I continue each day in this house, each room filled with memories, each wall echoing the laughter of my late husband, each window framing a past that shaped me and a future that is mine to hold. My son will come to understand the depth of his actions in his own time. Until then, I watch over my life quietly, with the calm strength of a woman who has survived betrayal and still believes in the goodness of life. Thank you for listening to my story, my dear ones. If this touched your heart even a little, please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and share it with someone who might need it today. Your support means more than you know.